Let's go back to the beginning of Lutherdale. In 1944, there was a small group of pastors that walked through some heavily wooded land on a hillside. They sat down on a log and they prayed that God would guide them in making future decisions.
It was the last year of World War II. One of the young pastors came and said, "Oh, we bought some property." They told us someday there's going to be a chapel, and someday we're going to have cabins, and someday there'll be a place to have big meetings, and we'll have campfires, and we'll do this and we'll do that.
They had a prayer as they sat on that log, and they prayed that God would guide them in making future decisions. And Lutherdale became a reality.
Lutherdale has always been an extension of the church's ministry, and we are that today, but we're so much more.
There was a time and a place where Lutherdale was a camp for kids, and it was a place where people in the first third of their life came to find God and to be connected in ministry. And I think what we've learned over the past 70 years of ministry is that people continue to look for ways to connect to Lutherdale because it's had such an impact in their lives.
Over the last 5 years, the adult usage has risen dramatically to where we have more adults coming to Lutherdale than we do children.
Lutherdale has offered the bus trips, the quilt auction, the senior days. It's a family camp. It's an adult camp also, not just a kids camp.
I think part of the vision for the future is that tomorrow's campers are also today's campers. Maybe they just have silver hair. Maybe they have families. They're the same people, and so instead of being a generational ministry focused on youth, this is a ministry focused on connecting people in all phases of life in many different ways. Lutherdale is a strong, healthy camp, and we're extremely fortunate that we have a great facility and a great location, but we're at a critical point, and we're looking to take our ministry to the next generation of people. And for us, that's expanding into adult ministry. But the need now is to make our facilities match our programs. It's time for us to put the buildings in place to make that happen.
What we need is an adult-friendly facility. To meet this need, we plan to build a 20-room hotel-style lodge to provide housing for adults, families, and large groups. And we plan to build large group meeting space in close proximity to the dining hall. The new facility that meets those needs will not only allow us to serve more adults, but it will allow us to expand and grow in ministry that's going to be beyond things that we've ever thought of. We still have the original buildings that were put up in the 50s. Our current adult facility, the Watson Center, was built in the 70s. It has a small private room, but you have to go down the hall to use restrooms, to take a shower.
At this age, I don't enjoy sleeping in bunk beds. I kind of like having everything closer to me and in a nice motel setting. And so the new lodge will be wonderful because all the rooms will have a bathroom and you can still have a family in there, but you're not going to feel like you're in bunk beds.
To be a child here and then be a staff member here and then bring my family here and my children here, I'd like to see camp continue for us. We would love to come to retreats as adults, and as we continue to get older, to have facilities that will be able to accommodate us.
To have the facilities that match the programs is what Share the Adventure is all about.
The Share the Adventure campaign has been broken into 3 phases. Phase 1 is going to be the north 10-bedroom wings of the building, plus the conference and welcome center. Phase 2 will be the south 10-bedroom wing with the 2 apartments. And then phase 3 will be for renovating of the Watson Retreat Center, some road work around the camp, facelifts to certain buildings and areas around to make it much more aesthetically pleasing here.
My support of Lutherdale is important simply because we still have the opportunity to show our young people what life can be like when it's lived on a positive level.
It's a joy to see not only our kids, but our grandkids and great-grandkids, how excited they are to go back the next year and look forward to it, and how their lives have been good.
Nowadays, there's so many things to take away adults and children's lives, away from church and away from the Bible. And this is a way that they can have fun and still integrate the Bible into their everyday life.
A week of camp at Lutherdale will give you the opportunity to bond with other people and create lifelong friendships.
Investing in this ministry means our ability to continue to change the way that camp interacts with society, and to continue to grow faith for older adults, continue to have faith for families, and continue to be able to serve young people. And so being able to have Lutherdale's facilities keep up with our ministry programs will continue to change the way this camp can impact people in their day-to-day life.
When you invest in Lutherdale, you may not see a return in money. You will not see something you can count. When you invest in Lutherdale, you're investing in a future, you're investing in a life, in service. That's going to be your return.
We need the building now, and that's why we need your help. Please join us and share the adventure.